Well, let's just go right ahead and address the elephant in the room, shall we? We just had some money hit our accounts, and let's be real, we are all car guys here, so we're gonna be buying some car parts. At least I know I will be. But instead of spending hours of your employer's time browsing the internet for car parts, we went ahead and put in the grunt work for you and compiled the list of the best bang for your buck modifications and accessories for your vehicle for around and under that $600 price tag to show our gratitude for you guys this holiday season and hopefully even save you your job. But before we dive right in, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. It helps us out a ton, and we upload literally every single day. So you're not gonna wanna miss any of the fun or the giveaways. And right now we're actually giving away a set of Konig wheels of your choice. Simply head over to fitmentindustries.com and grab some of this sick Konig apparel or our amazing smelling Konig air fresheners, and every $5 you spend will be an entry to win a set of any Konig wheels that your little heart desires. And you'll also be helping out a great cause, as a large portion of the proceeds are being donated to a Giving Heart Foundation. And of course, while you're there, be sure to browse the largest selection of wheels, tires, and suspension on the whole friggin' internet. Let's get started. Well, coming into the cold season, if you live in an area that gets a snowy winter, your best bet's probably gonna be to cop yourself a set of solid winter tires. Now listen, I know talking about safety is no fun and you probably don't want to hear it, but I'm telling you, winter tires in snow is the best thing in the whole wide world. I just bought an older Mustang GT as a winter beater, and it came with some all-season tires, and it was absolutely terrifying to drive in any kind of snow. I tossed on some $584 Nexen Windguard winter tires on the stock wheels, and not only is it damn near unstoppable, it stops confidently, and it's so much fun. Alternatively, if you live in a climate that never sees snow, you can get yourself a set of Federal SS595s in some pretty rowdy sizes under that $600 mark. These tires provide tremendous grip thanks to their soft compound, a super aggressive asymmetrical tread design that looks just as good as they perform, and hosts multiple high-speed ratings. These tires are a fantastic value and are a no-brainer for your performance-oriented vehicles that need new tires or just need a tire upgrade. From there, getting yourself an ECU tune can make vast improvements to your vehicle's power and driving experience, especially if it's boosted. One of the most popular seems to be the Cobb access port, which can be used for damn near anything, from the obvious Subaru WRX and STI platform all the way over to your modern Mustangs, Ford trucks, and even some BMWs. For some older stuff in Mopar applications, Diablo Sport has a ton of handheld options for you as well, and German Elite tuning is my absolute go-to for my personal Volkswagen and Audi products. There's really a lot of options here, including simply sending your ECU out to have a new file loaded onto it if you can't get your hands on a handheld tuner. Essentially what this is going to do is it's going to optimize your vehicle to utilize a higher octane fuel. A higher octane fuel is going to be more resistant to detonation and knock, and more resistance to detonation and knock means you can run more aggressive timing, meaning
more power, baby.
Most naturally aspirated applications will pick up about 15 to 20 horsepower, making it some of the cheapest horsepower you can buy. But turbo applications is really the bread and butter here, because you're going to be increasing the boost. Most turbo applications are going to pick up 50 all the way up to 150 horsepower with just a tune. It's crazy what a simple and affordable off-the-shelf tune can do for you. The next one's probably going to be the most controversial and the most exciting all at the same time, and that's going to be Underglow. Now listen, Underglow is coming back fast, and it's not like it used to be. 99.99999% of Underglow these days is a super easy to install RGB LED strip. It's super stealthy and easy to hide, way more reliable than the old neon tubes that we used to use, and with the availability of 16 million color and pattern choices, you can change up the look and vibe of your Underglow on the fly. And even if you're not a fan or you think it's too juvenile, there's always a time when it could come in handy. Like if you're doing any sort of off-roading, or you're on some rough terrain at night and you need some light close beside you, or if your phone falls out of your pocket and you accidentally kick it under the car at night. Simply pop them bad boys on white and easily locate your phone or other random objects. And honestly, if you even had to work on your car or look under it at night for any reason, it's nearly invaluable how convenient and useful these lights actually are. And look, it's not like you can't just leave the damn things off when you're not using them. Anyway, we have Underglow 10% off right now, and you can get the full 4-corner Underglow kit with the added lifetime warranty and 4 additional wiring harness extensions for under $200. And these things are from Black Label Lighting, so you know that they're legit. Exhaust is another huge one for me personally. Most of the time, unless coupled with a tune, you're realistically not actually looking at any sort of power gain. However, exhaust can really improve the fun factor and overall driving experience of your vehicle. And I've also found that I actually beat on my car a bit less since I don't have to push it as hard to be able to make a bunch of noise. It's really a win-win. A simple catback or an extremely illegal off-road X-pipe or something like that is the perfect way to spice up your relationship with your vehicle. Throw on a set of some larger aftermarket exhaust tips too, and you can get some points in the looks department as well. Then, much like the exhaust in the sense that it's a simple mod that doesn't necessarily do much in the way of power, with a tune, you should probably be looking at some aftermarket open element air filter systems. Although a lot of people might make fun of me here, there's a bunch of added benefits when you think about it from a cost perspective instead of a power perspective. For just a couple $100 or even less, you can really clean up your engine bay by getting rid of those ugly rubber accordion intake hoses and replace them with a nice polished, painted, or even wrinkle black piping. From there, the relocation of the filter into the fender on some applications even further cleans up that engine bay as well. And then of course, the increase of intake sounds can do things to your driving experience just like that exhaust does. Now, if you're really trying to clean up the look of your vehicle, one of the best ways to do this is with some aftermarket suspension. Now, I bet you're thinking, yeah, lowering springs. I already know, and you're right. Lowering springs are an awesome affordable suspension option. I mean, hell, I have some H&R springs on my Mustang, and even Alex has some H&R springs on his new to him Audi R8. But what if I told you that you could have a solid set of coilovers for most vehicles for under $600? Some big ones that come to mind that fit a lot of applications is the Tein Street Z and the Function and Form. The Teins still have all of that quality that you would expect from such a high-end manufacturer, and the Function and Forms are actually going to have some adjustable damping and a 2-year warranty. I know tons of people rocking either of these with zero complaints. Keeping on that cosmetic train, another awesome multi-purpose option is going to be upgrading your lighting. Aftermarket headlights and taillights can really take that look of your ride to the next level. Whether that's something with a little bit of tint on it to get that aggressive smoked look, upgrading from halogen bulbs to LEDs, to getting some sequential action going in the taillights, or simply getting something a bit more modern looking to take away from that aged look of your old factory lights. But upgrading your lights isn't always just about looks. I just bought some projector headlights and LED bulbs for my 03 Mustang winter beater, and it's probably one of my favorite things that I've done. If you've ever been in just about anything from this era, a simple halogen bulb and a reflector style headlight is absolutely trash. The increase in light output and quality of that light output was a game changer. It made it a completely different car to drive at night, especially after I tinted the windshield. Lug nuts are a big one that's often overlooked unless they're required, but there's a couple big benefits to aftermarket lug nuts even if you have stock wheels. One of my favorite benefits is the fact that an aftermarket lug nut or lug bolt typically has a smaller dimension where your tool is going to go, making for less risk of scratching your wheels near the lug surface when removing and installing your wheels. With that comes a specialty socket to take advantage of just that. Now, these aren't locking lugs with a big old clunky tool, but they will be harder to quote unquote steal since you will be needing more than just a simple socket set to remove these. With that, you're looking at tons of color options to either spice up the look of your wheel lug combo or even make them a little bit less noticeable. Then even beyond just your color, you can get a ton of different shapes to conform to any sort of theme if you so desire. We have thousands of lug nuts and lug stud options available on the website, so be sure to check those out if you haven't already, because some of the stuff that they can do with these things is crazy. So well, there you have it, the best bang for your buck car mods and accessories for under $600. What do you guys have on that list of next mods for your rides? Did they make the list? Let us know in the comments, and please tell us what you want us to cover next. If you want to snag yourself a set of any of these winter tires or want to browse the other wheel, tire, suspension, underglow, or lug nut options, head over to fitmentindustries.com. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It helps us a ton. And go ahead and give that video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It helps us get in front of other car enthusiasts like yourself. I'm Sean from Fitment Industries, Sean B.FI on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.